20 to 9. We're up, we've eaten, we've packed up, we're just about ready to leave the cabin. Sad to see it go. So we just finished the dishes here. They're just drying out a little bit. And we're just tidying up the cabin for the next people. All sweeped up. Just putting the finishing touches on gear, and then we're out of here.
Morning.
Good morning.
You guys might want to stay here while I get out, because you're not going to be able to fight it.
We made it to the first portage of the day. It's 280 or 285 from Birchcliff Creek into Birchcliff Creek. And we're headed off in that direction. Looks reasonably flat, but hopefully there's no blowdown.
It's a little bit muddy over here. Ugh. There's no escaping it. Must have come off Evan's rod. Same way mine did. Hey, pal. In this case, I think it might be easier to shoot the gap.
Left or right?
Left. I could be wrong about it, but it looks like a pretty big gap and moving pretty quick. As long as we don't F ourselves up too bad on this. Yep, see how good that went? Smooth as butter. I mean, both ways would have worked, but you wouldn't have been able to get alder in your face the other way.
Great. Yep, either way it works.
We are currently still on Birchcliff Creek. We are east of the campsite, and we're back into the old alder. So we're getting some good juju, some good karma, and we're trimming the alder.
A little bit to the right, I think. Older. Trying to fish the saw out of the bottom of a creek. He cut this thing and lost his handle on it and whoop.
Oh,
You love
good
me?
job, Ryan. All he ever wanted was to
Have a saw. Ryan's part of the anti-saw movement. Looks like we have a giant down tree right across the creek. Let's try and go under it.
We got a big evergreen that's down over the path, so we're gonna attempt to push right underneath it. So let's see how that goes. I don't know what time it is, but it's probably well past noon. Slow and steady. The next guy's gonna have a good time because we've been cutting alder the whole way, so.
Smells nice.
Smells like Christmas?
Gives you a little bit of that car air freshener smell.
You can do it, big boy.
It's like I've been reborn.
All right, it is 2:15.
It's 2:45.
2:45.
Oh my god.
And we are still on Birchcliff. We are still east of the campsite. We've been struggling, cutting alder, making decent time. Here, let's get a photo. We're happier than we probably should be. Anyway,
Whoever comes here next, you're welcome.
yeah. So there's a tree that's down. So we're just standing on the soft riverbank just to stand up for a bit. We've been going since 9 this morning. Haven't even made it out of the creek. And this is the best of it. We just went under a big pine that had fallen. Anyway, we should get to the campsite soon, and then it's more creek, and then once we get to the big lakes, I hope there's no wind because we need to make serious time. Another long day in one of the best parks in Ontario. Stuck on something up there?
The shore, maybe. Arm snagged. Oh yeah, you don't lose your rod. We gotta get you out of the water. But let's get this boat into the water. And then grab hold of that. Just spin it, who cares if it's backwards right at this point. Can you climb up shore at all? Or, yeah, like, I don't know. Because I don't know a better spot than this to try and load you.
Here, I'll hold my boat.
No, we got the boat. We got the boat by the rope.
Lightning.
Yeah, you don't have any boat anymore. I bet. Now we gotta load you off the off of this bank somehow. Maybe here, where it, no, like see where it dips down.
Oh, put back. So,
Is your camera dry? In that case that you said was leaking?
Is the GPS dry?
GPS waterproof. Not scared to go in anymore. I'm relatively warm now.
Hold on. Before you hold on. Before you take off.
That was actually scary. Even with the current.
I imagine.
I was swimming this way with the current, and I was still fighting. Kind of like I undertow. I don't know, but it was pulling me back.
I was concerned about you because I wasn't really sure exactly what I was gonna do. It was pretty scary when we spun and then we were going down backwards, just bashing through it. So
It happened so quick.
So where you were turning sideways is where we got caught.
Yeah, so I was fine until I hit it, and then I caught it, but it gave, right? So it gave one way, and then I just, and then as soon as it gets any water, the whole thing flipped, and then I'm like, this thing is parachute going down. It's gonna get edged and then snap, and then I'm
just talking about that, about us busting this one when we went sideways, and we're like, it's gonna be a long ride back with Bryden and his boat.
I'm like,
Well, that's we, well, I don't know, we might have been okay without it, but we saw that and we were like, oh, let's just go put around. Paddle, nope, just spun us.
Well, it's 3:30 and just dumped. We had to put over a log, and then there was a beaver dam that was obviously flooded or overfilled. And then once you come off that, you had a lot of speed, and then you hit a wall of alder, and which is, we thought would be okay. Thought you'd catch yourself and go from there, but the alder gave a bit, and I tipped and went down. And old Rich and Ryan, good for them. They did a nice canoe rescue of the boat, and then we slipped back in, and we're at the campsite on Birchcliff. It only took us about 6.5 hours to get here. So I'm soaking wet, so we're gonna eat some lunch and hopefully push on and get to the south end of Manitou. And hopefully dry out.
I don't know, there's no sense making it perfect over here, it's just not gonna be perfect. It's around the corner, so let's get the boat's gonna get out of here.
Alright, it's 5:30. We are still on Birchcliff Creek. Like, this is what we're dealing with. I don't know if you can tell, but like fist size alder trees blown across. We're having a bow saw through them. We've attempted several times now to pull out on shore and see if we can't just bushwhack, but it's also alder and swamp and crap. Like, this is the lesser of the two evils. We're supposed to be out tomorrow from Kiosk. It's gonna be a late one. You know, we might get to Biggar by 7, and we'll push on for 3 hours, maybe till 10, and see where we end up, and then go from there. And it's raining, and it's my birthday.
Can we do a step around here? Yeah, that'll probably be quicker than trying to cut through that.
Yep.
guess. Really thought that one would snap. There's a step on it. I don't know. It's really thick here. And hopefully, we're through. But it looks like we get to do that again. Biggar Lake, boys.
It only took us about 10 hours to get here. Good job, buddy.
7 o'clock. We made it to Biggar. All things considered, it is a gorgeous lake. Like, really nice. I would have just preferred if it didn't take us 10 hours to get here. But it's decision time. I'm about to ask the boys whether we push on to North T. We're supposed to be on Manitou tonight, but that's absolutely not happening. So we gotta look at the map. It's either push on to North T, which is Biggar, Hornbeam, Mangotasi, get to North T and go as far as we can, or we can hang a Roger here and get into Kawa, I think it's called, and try and make our way to 3 Mile. The problem is, I think those portages they're long and I think they suck. So I'm gonna vote for, while the wind is down, let's attempt to push to North T. Anyway, we'll let you know what happens. Good evening, everyone. It is 8:30 and we are on our final portage of the day. It's Hornbeam into Mangotasi. Sorry if it's a little foggy. It's late. You can't even see, but ever since we took that video on Biggar, it's been pouring rain. It's actually just raining slightly now, but it was pouring. Anyway, we are going to either post up on Mangotasi or push on to the Narrows.
We finished up our last portage of the day in the dark. Then we decided as a group that we'd camp at the next available site. After paddling a while longer, we found a site available in the Narrows between Mangotasi and North T. We didn't take any more video today. We set up camp quickly, putting up a tarp to shelter us as it still continued to rain. As we ate our dinner underneath the tarp, we discussed all the events of the day and what had become one of our most difficult days inside of Algonquin Park. We went to sleep shortly afterwards, all wondering what tomorrow would bring and hoping that we'd have nice weather as we had a lot of ground to make up.